What is going on, everyone? Commodore Les here, bringing to you my live reaction of One Piece manga chapter 1054. Now, the chapter has come out. We are here today to sit down and read the latest installment of the pinnacle of our literature, the greatest adventure story ever told, Ichiro Oda's masterpiece. It is time, man. The 1 month hiatus has come to a conclusion. We're back for the weekly experience, man. It feels great. Honestly, just unplugging from One Piece from the last chapter and just, letting life kind of just, go about as it normally would. Enjoy some vacation time and stuff, which you'll be seeing more of that on the channel in due time and all that. But man, it's time. Like, you already know, usually we wait till the end. We wait till the end to bust out the championship, but I don't even need to even read the chapter to know the fact that this right here is going to be on my shoulder from the very beginning of the chapter, possibly to the end, as it should be. So, this is the energy we're rocking with, and that's not going to change. The one thing I do know going to this chapter is apparently there is a collaboration with my good man, Gosho Aoyama, aka the author of Detective Conan. Finally, Oda and Aoyama finally got together, had an interview together and all that. I still need to go around to eventually reading the whole news and stuff, but I do know that my man Amuro is on the cover with Luffy, and I think the one afterwards with Conan has Zoro on it and stuff for Weekly Shonen Sunday. So shout out to two goats. But now we got to read this chapter because I feel like it's gonna be a long one. It might be a movie length. I don't know because it's been that long, and there's definitely details I want to make sure I pay attention to and just let my brain try and absorb as much as possible in this one. So without further ado, let's get into it. A lot of craziness. Last chapter. I need to see what's about to transpire here. It's time to see Oda cook again. So, here we go, man. See the cover right here with Amuro, my boy Zero, and of course, the king himself, the future king of the pirates, to be the newly anointed, but anointed Yonko, Monkey D. Luffy, man. Look at him. It's just great. The fact that it's Amuro there too, that's with them. I mean, fair enough. Like, if it was Shuichi Akai, I would honestly sacrifice a few villages to get my hands on the double issue with both of them together and stuff. I'm not even joking. I would gladly do that if it meant getting that kind of cover. For Amuro, I still might, but Akai, he would have been, if I speak. So, let's get into it. Let me zoom out a little bit because I think we have the double spread after. And oh my god, yo, look at them, the four monsters. Of course, one of them being under Mickey Mouse allegations, but he probably has something that backs it up himself. Because honestly, I'm perfectly content with Buggy being one of the Yonko. I know some people would have wanted Law or Kid. Granted, I was hoping Law would get the other spot. But honestly, if you look at it from a story perspective, it makes sense why Buggy would have it. I just need to know how exactly he got it. So those details are needed. But look at that, man. Buggy, look at Shanks, man, holding onto the Riviere, his Griffith, Blackbeard. The fact that it's the final saga, we know we're going to get content from him. My Commodore, man. And then, of course, Gear 5th himself. The soon-to-be Kaizoku, man. Look at Luffy. I don't know. It's iconic. I think at this point, him just doing this and just laughing his head off, that's iconic as hell when it comes to panels or just like images and stuff in One Piece. Like, but yeah, see that the four emperors, the four Yonko. All right. So going straight back to the capital now. So Flower Capital Wano, conflict stirs, and amid the festivities, Denjiro, you too? We can't trouble Luffy and the others with this. Follow us, cat. Huh? And oh god, yeah, he's already pulled up. I mean, granted, he was already walking towards the capital last time we saw him, but he's already on his way. And hold on, chapter 1054, Flame Emperor. Isn't that the name? That is the name of one of Ace's attacks, if I'm not mistaken. The one that he shot back at Blackbeard during the Benuro Island fights. Literally when he just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Like the one that he summoned like the massive like flame spirit bomb thing before we saw the conclusion of that fight. But that's very interesting. Unless that's the new name for Luffy maybe. Because he's the only one I can think of the four that would make the most sense. The ability to sway others. That is really something you don't see very often. Okay, so it's crazy because the last time I remember someone saying something similar to that was Mihawk and Marineford. So I'm guessing Green Bull understands Luffy to that degree. And I really like this shot right here where as he's stepping, you see like the flowers are coming to life and stuff on the ground. And right away, my God, he pulls up and you see the Akazaya 9 and Shinobu and stuff just waiting right in the front lines saying, no, you're not going to pull up on them. No, you samurai should buzz off all you can. A Marine, one of Luffy's enemies from overseas. Do any of you have the first clue about the ways of the outside world? The Celestial Dragons are gods. So he's definitely another Celestial Dragon merchant. Well, I was gonna give him that chance, but anyone that goes out of their way to be gassing up and just abiding by the laws of these Celestial Dragons, regardless if it's by their own nature or not, it's bozo activity. So it's unfortunate, Green Bull, that you have to go with them. A country like this, one with no ties to the world government, has no standing. Don't be mad. It's how the world works. So they are going straight at him, flexing forest muscle. The forest fruit. Okay, so now we get confirmation of what this thing is. The forest fruit made me a forest man. My Logia power is nature incarnate. So, and his name escapes me, the one from Naruto, but Hashirama, there you go. So, Hashirama, but his ability is good. A source of life that rivals the seas. I'm just curious, though, to see how it'll work in like a sea battle and stuff, but on land, though, he might actually be a freaking monster. But look at that, man. All the fists, like, coming out from, like, the ground and stuff, like, taking shape. And you see the rest of the people all dancing about and stuff. It's time you learn the hard truth. Humanity only got this far by enforcing hierarchies. We've got to put non-affiliate nations like yours in their place. That order is what keeps life going. Prejudice breeds stability. That is... Yeah, he is definitely along the lines of like Akainu when it comes to that kind of ideology. And what is this? Sounds like bulging muscles, but uses kanji for forbidden hatred forest. Okay. But even still, man. Okay, so forest no me. That's the confirmation there. But like, yeah, he definitely... The capabilities, though, are actually scary. If he's able to go like to the distance of what it could accomplish, that's scary fruits. And he's already going in. No laws. Bro, he turned into the Great Deku Tree in Zelda. This is the face is popping out and stuff. He has no mustache, unfortunately, but he's literally the Great Deku Tree of One Piece. No laws will be broken if you all died here. You can go ahead and try to stop me. I'll butcher thousands of your people if that's what it takes to get Straw Hat Luffy. And he's just going straight for him. Every word. Yo! Let's go, Mildolo! Oh my coach! Every word you just said makes me sick, and she just comes through. Double axe handle, bang, just smashes him in the back of the head, and he just boom, hits the ground. But he gets up like immediately, holding on his head. It makes me sick, man. That hurts. That's some hockey you've got there. Yeah, that is a bad one right there. Listen, Jay Cargill, they call her that bitch. That right there is mine. That is the Yamato goatness, baby. These people went through 20 years of tyranny. Now they're finally able to celebrate their liberty. No way I'm going to let you spoil that. Who are you supposed to be? Yamato Dono. I'm Yamato, Kaido's son. This is, and I like it here because it's not, I'm Odin, I'm recognizing who I am, and you're pulling up right now. Even if my father is a bozo, even if that man is the scum of the earth, I am still I'm still that person that see, my brain's already gone, but like, he's still my dad. At the end of the day, no matter how much anger, much hatred, all that, I'm still gonna be recognized as that. But even so, why go bad? Kaidos. Well said, Yamato. And we have no intention of permitting you to lay a finger on our recovering heroes and Dragon. And of course, that's forget Momonosuke coming in. And if he's got the black, if he's about to, no wait, blast breath. No, my boy, run back now. Your death will be imminent, run. Classic Oda, man. He thought he was going to actually pull something, and he said no. No, he hit him with a puff, and you just see the look on Green Bull. He's just like what? Everyone's just celebrating away while this is going on. They have no idea that their lives are literally about to be back on the... like, literally on the tipping scale right now because of Green Bull pulling up. Huh? Momonosuke-kun. Momonosuke-sama. No matter. And he just starts wheeling away. I will still drive you from the capital. Be gone. And he's just holding on to dear life right now at this point with Green Bull. No one will ever bring dread and terror to our people again. I vowed that I would not allow it. A pink dragon? How odd. This is the first I've heard of this ability. You're in my way, and he just immediately latches onto him with the branches, the vines, whatever he can get, use in terms of forest to grab Momonosuke. Momonosuke-kun, Yamato, stay out of this. Why would you tell her to stay out of it completely? Unless it's because the fact that if she is in fact joining the Straw Hats, then it's like she cannot be caught because otherwise she'll be seen as like if she stays and she ends up it's one of those things where I think if she is joining the crew, then it's like you need to break out now, because otherwise if you stay here then you're going to be seen as an accomplice of Wano, but as one of the Straw Hats possibly, then you're fine. I'm assuming that's probably what the case is. The seas around Wano, it's surreal, but he's really considered one now. Let's go, boss. Oh my god. I'm not even looking down. I literally looked at the sail and I just felt like something in my head right now is about to snap. So I'm relaxing. Because I know he's going to eventually show up in this final saga at some point in time. But it is that time right now because his ship is literally there, bro. Let's go, boss. Luffy's become a great pirate. And look at that, bro. The sigil, the hockey is taking over. It's done. This takes me back. Last time I was here, we were all giving Odin's son a send-off. Momo Hiyori must be all grown up by now. Boss, let's go. Oh, see Luffy already. I haven't even scrolled down completely. I just see Lucky Roo. I see Yasop. Where's my Ben Beckman, man? I see the monkey, but the one that probably took the arm from Kid. With all due respect, he really is something now. Hang on, I'm not ready to meet Usopp yet. No, you have to go see your son after walking out. And granted, I understand the adventure and all that, but for your wife and for your kid, you have some responsibilities. You're a dad. Go see your kid. And Kid's here too, right? It hasn't been that long since that brat tried to pick a fight with us. So even if the man lost his arm, they still show recognition. We can't be disrespecting Kid. Okay, look. You may not like the wrestling, you may not like the suplexes. Three Yonko, he has come against and survived and is alive right now. If those are not feats, we're not reading the same story. I'm just saying. Bro, what? Yo, hold on. I was expecting something, bro, but his hair is like a little weird right now. Hold on one sec, bro. Shanks! I was like, bro, I'm expecting like like the normal and stuff, but his hair looks a little bit more like on the winds and stuff that's capturing it. Well, look at this, and he's just looking at the poster afterwards for Luffy, connected with the news coup. 3 billion berry, man. Look at him, bro. It's red hair shit. What is this? Is this the flashback from when he got the fruit? It's red hair ship. It seems like they got CP9 agents on board. What a pain. So you see like back then, yeah, when his hair was like still all black and stuff before it wetted out. Who cares? Let's go. So this is showing like the when he went there and basically went and attacked them. What are they? Who is this guy here? What are they after? It's not like we've got any proper treasure. Only some minor devil fruits. You look back in time and stuff and see exactly what happened, and it's like, I mean, well, technically, to be fair, that might be who's who. To be fair, that could be who's who. Because we're seeing like the horns and stuff and everything. That could be who's who. That could very much could be who's who. Someone's going to have to clarify down in the comments and stuff. The idea of thinking, the process of thinking and stuff is long gone. You have to accept it. What's the big deal? Isn't it just the one that makes you rubbery? If only they knew. Bro. Yo. Bro, the perspective of Shanks of chapter 1. Oh, let's go. Even if it's small panels, we take those. But him from third person looking at Luffy who's coming to see him. To him sitting down and talk. Oh my god. I hope to god he doesn't die, man. I know it's a possibility, but I'll be absolutely in shambles if he goes. Like, he has a kid waiting for him on an island with Makino and stuff, man, back at Fusha Village. Like, come on. And then the arm, yeah, freaking the king of the coast. And saying, oh my god, the smile. His arms, oh, that is peak. You see the arm, like, as it was taken, and then he's holding on to it in the present. Yo. I love seeing stuff like this. Just remembering where you were back then when you realized that this kid may be the one who's going to reach the very top of the pirate world, the one that might surpass Goldie Roger. He knew at that moment it was worth a sacrifice. He said, I made that sacrifice for the future. And the future's right there. He knows. He knows. I guess the top officers have a pass with him. They really know the Straw Hat Luke. Oh, I guess it is like I'm assuming like little cabin boys or whatever, possibly the way that they're coming off about it. One in the back here has like a shirt that says Sor Omaideo. They say he's like a rampaging demon monkey. He's totally out of hand. I love the fact that it's an actual gorilla saying this too, which is crazy. I'm not planning to have a reunion with Luffy here. I mean, granted, we are going to get it, but it's a matter of like, but where though? He's like, what? Don't you remember what's going on in our own backyard? Oh yeah, that bar guy claimed he was under Luffy. Cover stories are relevant, you better read them. He put his mark up after burning down our flag. We'd be failing our duties if we just let that slide. Yo, listen, Barto, look, you might have a fruit that can maybe help you in certain defenses, but if the god of the verse himself potentially is pulling up at your doorstep, you could have vibranium and he's shattering that to pieces. With what logic behind it? Who gives a damn? It's Shanks. Well, I guess. He's pouring out the cup. Oh, man. Hold on. Hey, Beck. Isn't it about time to go and claim it? Bro, why is this feet? Bro, why is Beck like this? Bro, hold on. I'm not scrolling down yet, bro. Why is Beck a little shook, right? He's either shook or he's like, oh damn, his boss beats him. This is about to be the greatest final saga in the history of fiction. It's written in the stars. This is Ichiro Oda's masterpiece, man. We're talking about 1,054 chapters in a row, and oh my god, the One Piece. I mean, fair enough. But here's the thing. He might know the location again because of Roger and stuff, but remember, he stayed back with Buggy because of the whole illness thing that happened and stuff. So, but then again, I don't know, does he have a world poneglyph himself? Does he know the fact that Luffy may potentially already have the other ones and all that? And then once he gets that, he'll be able to go and find it? But why is he saying it that sinister? It's not sinister. That's the wrong choice of words. But like the way and how it's coming across. It's like, this is something that he's known as his game plan. Shanks is on the move. That's how you know we're in the final saga, man. Shanks is on the move. He said it's time to come and collect. Navy headquarters. Oh, bro, read it. Oh, I have to relax. I'm might end up passing out. It'll be that bad. Navy headquarters, New World. We can't let the Revolutionary Army go unchecked any longer at Kainu. So we're about to see if the others are fine. I know that, but we don't have any more Marines to deploy. The one they're calling Flame Emperor Sabo. Okay, so he's the one that they're... Bro, his new epithet is the Flame Emperor. And again, homage to Ace. That's a homage to Ace, if anything else. We know, of course, he has the devil fruit and everything. He's carrying on the will of Ace, just like Luffy. But literally, he's carrying on an epithet that is homage to him, too. He's become a champion for much of the world. Of all the participants in the reverie, the one that was killed was a descendant of one of the founding 20 from 800 years ago, Nefertari Cobra. So, I honestly am not surprised by it because, again, we've talked about this for such a long time in terms of, you know, is Cobra going to survive? Is he not? I've always felt the way that he was going to end up dying during this reverie, even though I do think that we should get something of that on screen because of depending on the change, of course, in the story to really hit the impact that someone that we've known for some time back in Alabasta mean their end. I think we would be better to see it on screen to see like how like significant of a moment it is, because even if Cobra may not be the biggest names of characters and stuff, it's still in terms of relevancy, in terms of like what they mean for other characters in the story. It would have been nice to actually see him meet his end, but still. And I'm sure this is propaganda FC. Walt Disney is putting in overtime. There is lies afoot. There is no way. This is definitely the world government pulling the wool over our eyes and making us believe it. Yeah, it's clear as day that there's no chance. I'm sure this is of great significance for the Revolutionary Army. Sabo assassinates King Cobra. That's cap. Absolutely cap. We know for a fact that, you know, the government took him out and they're going to pin the blame on Sabo because of the fact that he went there to marry Joao, go and recover Kuma. We have to still see what his condition's like, but yeah, that's absolute cap. A few hours before that, they attacked the homes of the Celestial Dragons. I really wish we could have saw this in the goddamn Reverie, though, man. That's the only thing that does annoy me with. And look, I love Oda, I love the man, but we still need to see some of these things happen in real time instead of being told through flashbacks, honestly. They attacked the homes of celestial dragons in the Holy Land, destroying a monument of the divine dragon claw and the symbol of the world nobles. It was a blatant declaration of war. And then, yeah, this is the fight that went down after. Admirals Ryokugyu and Fujitora took charge of the Navy's defenses, but in the end, they succeeded in freeing their former comrade, Bartholomew Kuma, from the Celestial Dragon slavery and managed to escape. So, good on that part that we got Kuma out. But again, I really wish we could have saw this happen. And I don't want to make any passes or, just giving Oda, the benefit of the doubt. We should be seeing this, honestly, in real time. That's just where I'm coming from. If others feel differently about it, it is what it is. But this should be something we should have saw in the actual story. Like, not in no flashback, and especially not in a recap like this. I'm sure the admirals were restricted because they were fighting the Holy Land, but don't make excuses for them. Not only was King Cobra assassinated, but around the same time, Princess Vivi somehow went missing. Now, the hopium is Sabo was able to get her out of there, and she's with them. The dark side of it all is she's probably been captured by M. And I'm going to be internally rattled because that means bad things are about to happen. Who the hell is this guy? We are still investigating how these cases are connected. Navy Criminal Affairs Unit Chief Kuroruma Tensei. Oh, the Black Horse. This is the first time. Yeah, the first time we're definitely seeing him. But okay, so Tensei. I bet Alabasta. I still call Alabasta. I bet Alabasta is in chaos. Their ship hasn't even left the Red Port. It's hard for anyone to come and go given the circumstances. You see, you have Kizaru. This is how you know this chapter's already been crazy. Is the fact I didn't even realize that Kizaru was there. That's how you know this is already a crazy chapter. Does that mean that we can close the case on the attempted murder of Saint Charlos? Saint Minjord excuse the criminals. In the Holy Land, the gods' knights have jurisdiction to mediate disputes. It's a complicated situation to say the least. Leave it to them. It seems like most of those incidents are linked to Sabo. His flames of rebellion are spreading all over the globe. All 8 of those rebelling kingdoms were inspired to stage their revolutionary coups while their kings were still returning home. What? Bro, this is not a lie. Oh my god. What in the hell happened, bro? They are worshiping him like he's Gaddafi. Like he's literally Big Boss. They're literally worshiping him. Like what Dragon is supposed to be getting. They're literally worshiping that man as the second coming of like the Messiah himself. It's almost as if they're worshiping him like a god. With this growth of his legend, you can say that his influence is greater than of the rebellious dragon himself. No. Bro, I feel weird about that because then it would dwarf Dragon and take away a lot of importance for him, which would not sit well with me. But this has to be some massive propaganda. But then, of course, all this stuff too. Oh, man. Let me keep reading. Flame Emperor, Sabo. And Kizaru's still talking on. On top of that, his little brother, Straw Luffy, was dubbed an emperor. The Flame Emperor's influence can even be felt in the Pyre world. His younger brother just upended their status quo. Who is this dude? Right now, the times are being forced to change. I reached the rank of Fleet Admiral during one hell of an era. I don't care where they try to hit us. will strike back and return fire on all fronts. That's the end of the chapter. There's, bruh. You can't end the chapter like that. No. But at the very least, next week we are getting the cover and stuff. So it means the madness is going to continue. And that madness better continue with seeing what's going on with Sabo and them. That is absolutely crazy. So, let's run this back because there is a lot to go through with this chapter. So, Green Bull is facing off right now with the Akazaya 9 and Momonosuke. Yamato's been told not to interact with the fight that's going on, and I'm assuming it's because of the fact that if she does join the Straw Hats, it's better for her to make the escape now and get away, so she's not stuck here in a fight that she may end up being captured because they know the threat that Green Bull is, or something might end up happening, we don't know. But my assumption is that because Momonosuke doesn't want Yamato involved, because she's going to be a Straw Hat, time to get out and focus on what your new task in life is, working alongside Luffy and everything. Shanks is nearby Wano. But he doesn't plan on having a reunion with him at this particular moment in time in terms of location. So, is he going to wait to meet him? Like, again, it says that he wants to get some kind of, I guess, revenge on Barto because of the fact of, like, he went into his territory back in the cover story, burned one of his flags, in his declaration with Luffy. I don't know how serious he is about it, but I mean, he probably is to a degree. But he knows stuff, obviously. He knows stuff. And for the Gorosei to not have done something to Shanks before, when he showed up to Merijawa and had that conversation during the Reverie arc, it's clear as day, like, he has some kind of game plan, and it's about to start, like, going into motion with the flow of time. And I just can't, bro. That look on Beckman's face, it's like, bro, the boss means it. Like, he's really about to go in there and cause a mayhem that's going to flip the world upside down. And that requires him going after the One Piece. But then you get this stuff here, Sabo assassinating King Cobra, which I think anybody at this point in time has to believe is absolute cap, and that's something that the Marines are using as a cover-up, the world government using as a cover-up, because they got rid of Cobra, because of the fact of what questions and things he was about to ask in regards to the Void Sentry. So, it's clear as day. And then the whole fight afterwards, I mean, again, I would have loved to seen all that go down in actual real time, but we do know that eventually they made their escape, they were able to free Kuma, and they're on their own doing whatever. So at the very least, we know with Sabo is that he's currently right now with the other members of the Revolutionary Commanders, and with Kuma at the meantime. I'm going to assume that Bonnie might be nearby with them, just because we know that she was possibly going to go there to try and save Kuma, and whatever their connection may be. I'm going to guess too that Vivi's also alongside with them, because if she is one missing, again, as I say, my hopium is that she's with Sabo, but my depression possibly tells me that M possibly captured her. And if so, I'm going to be absolutely decimated if I see her in a holding cell. Like, my knee will give out. Like, the last embers of my life, the Vivi card, it's going to be gone. If I see M staring at Vivi in a cage, I would be rattled beyond belief. But then it's like you have all this other stuff going on, in terms of, Misoguard basically, excusing the guys of the criminals and stuff, all the stuff that happened, with Charlos and everything. But then it's like, but then I don't know, is this also a plot of Dragons too? That if Sabo is doing, alleged all this stuff in terms of kingdoms rebelling and they're praising him like this messiah, but then it's like, could that also be something that Dragon's doing to kind of cover his tracks because he's about to make a move and do something? Because it would just feel absolutely weird if Sabo's having all this stuff that's going on, and then Dragon just is shifted to the side, and the relevancy, the importance of him is covered up for Sabo instead. I wouldn't know how to feel about that. But it's clear as day that there's some plan going on in motion right now, that the current is moving at an alarming rate. And Akainu even says, man, I may have picked the worst possible time to become the Fleet Admiral in an era that is literally hell itself. But in my nature, we are going to continue fighting and fire on all fronts. So it doesn't matter who, what, where, when, and how. But if you want a war with him, he's gladly going to give it to you. And that is a crazy way to start off the final saga, honestly. Like, yeah, I don't know who the dude here is with the microphone. We'll go with the microphone, right? Because the words I'm not trying to think right now, okay? But he has a mask for this says Revolution on it. I don't know. Maybe his name is Revolution for all we know. But right now, things have taken a chaotic turn, and the war is about to begin. Like, in terms of the world being in a chaos that's not going to calm down until the very end of the story, it has begun. So, yeah, man, this is a wild chapter. I do still have a bit of, the way I feel about certain things in terms of we should have got things more fleshed out, explained in the actual story instead of getting, like, recap. I don't want to put in an excuse for Oda that he's getting older and stuff, so he may not be able to do certain things the way he wanted to do. You can also say the anime can maybe cover the tracks as well, but I think as an author, as a mangaka, you should be able to have a little bit more in the tank to reflect on the things and illustrate exactly what's happening here to show you and show the audience, the people who are reading this series, that we're in a wondrous time and we can't be missing out on details. Even if it's going through recap, but actually seeing it, being there in the moment, it's going to hit a lot harder than just getting the recap. So, but again, that's where I'm coming from. Others may feel the way they may feel, but that's where I'm at. But still, even so, this was an amazing chapter. But it does feel like it's only like the setup. Right now, this is the alley-oop. Next chapter might be the 360 dunk. And if it is, I'm here for it. As I've always been for the last 1,054 chapters, it'll be like that for 1,055. But guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below regarding this week's chapter of One Piece. Where are we right now in terms of our mentality, in terms of our thought process? Like, the whole thing with Yamato and Momonosuke, is Momonosuke saying all this because Yamato has to leave and go with the Straw Hats, otherwise things may become very tough for her to be able to leave. The whole stuff afterwards regarding Shanks, what is he plotting? Where exactly do you expect him to be meeting Luffy, if not here in Wano? The whole stuff with Sabo and with Dragon and whatever the hell is being set up right now. Where are we at in terms of like what we imagine to see happen afterwards? And then the whole thing with Cobra's death, with Vivi being missing. Like, what can we think of right now in terms of like, just right now in the moment? What thoughts are coming to mind? Let me know down in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel because you're new here. If you want to be part of the weekly experience when it comes to my coverage of One Piece week in and week out, subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell, Shandora, save the day where everything goes on the channel. With that being said, I will catch you guys next week for 1,055. Honestly, thank you for this break. Thank you for the vacation, all that. I'm honestly in the mood now to talk about more One Piece. Maybe just, off the top, no script, whatever it may be. We're going to try and figure out ways to just, try and get out more of just where we're at right now in the story. Because honestly, it's the final countdown. There isn't much time to talk about this series left, even though you could still milk it for as much as you want after the fact. But this is the era that we were born in. This is the era that God put us in to be here for Gold Peace. And in its last days, we got to be able to enjoy it to the fullest through discussions, through whatever means, to talk about the greatest adventure story ever told, the best-selling manga in history, Ichiro Oda's masterpiece. There is no other time in the world but right now to do so. So I'll force it. I will try what I can to talk more on it and just get the thoughts going. Because this right here This right here. So I'm going to have to combine the both of them together. We have the fusion right there. But yeah, look. The greatest adventure story ever told. Go Peace. We're here, man. So Commodore Lad signing off. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, take care.
Going crazy, yeah, we going crazy. I'm with the team, yeah, we going crazy.